Hi, Elaine here. countryhomeandheart.net is my website. And today I'm going to be making Parmesan crusted chicken. Now this is one of my favorite recipes for weight loss. I do watch my weight, and this is just a really good recipe. It's easy to do and it tastes good, and I got the idea for it once when I was on a very strict program and I got a craving for southern fried chicken, and this worked very well. So and what I will do is I'm going to put the ingredients for this recipe as well as the nutritional information in the description below, and that way if you want to try it, you can. It'll all be there. This recipe does fit in very well with most weight loss programs. So it has 248 calories per serving, and that would be a 4-ounce serving, and 12 grams carbohydrates. And like I said, the rest of it I will go ahead and put in the description. So let's get started. I'm going to turn you down here so you can see. Okay. Bring that up just a little bit there. Okay. Now what I have here is, this is one large, it was a very large chicken breast that I had put some meat tenderizer on, and I had it in the refrigerator. And I'm just going to lay it down here on my cutting board, just like that. And what I had done with that is I had sliced it lengthwise. I sliced it in half, and this is what I had left when I did that. So let me throw this plate away. I don't want to keep this anymore. Okay, and what I have here is my meat hammer. And I'm going to take my meat hammer and just start pounding this. I want to pound this out to where it is about 1/4 of an inch thick. So it's going to be very noisy, so that you don't have to listen to it. I'm going to turn the camera off, and I'll be back with you as soon as I get this pounded out. Okay, that didn't take long, and I do have this all pounded out. And in this bowl right here, I have put 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of water. And what I'm going to do is just take a fork and mix this up until this gets foamy. So I'm just going to keep mixing it together. Okay, and you can see it's gotten foamy. So, alright. Let me move my chicken out of the way. I'll get rid of this eggshell too. Hold on. I'll move my chicken out of the way, and I'm going to bring this down so you can see it. Okay, and now this is 1/2 cup of cornflake crumbs. And to that, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, dump it right in, and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And that's just about what I have left in this bottle. So okay, so anyway, okay, we're going to mix that. Let me grab a fork, and I'm going to mix this up. Just mix this together. And this is going to be our coating for this chicken. Okay, and I'm going to be right back. I need to get my pan and also get my oven preheated, which I had forgotten to do. We preheat the oven to 375 degrees, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I have sprayed my this is a 9x12 baking dish, and I have sprayed that with cooking spray. I'm just going to set that aside for a minute and continue mixing this together. This is my coating. And break up a few of those little lumps. I just want to make sure I have all that distributed evenly. Now, there was a time 12 years ago that I was close to, I'm going to turn this up so I can talk to you a moment, that I was probably 150 pounds heavier than I am right now. And so I still love my country cooking, but I'm very careful as to how often I eat that, and actually how much I eat at a sitting with that. And but anyway, what I'd like to do at some point in another video is I'll go on and I'll tell you the story of that weight loss journey. And but in the meantime, let me turn you back down. Okay, so you can see what's going on. Okay, and right here I'm going to take one of my pieces of chicken, and I'm going to just dip it in the milk, and this isn't milk, this is water. The water and egg. And then we're just going to roll it in these crumbs that we started. Alright, and there's the first piece. And then I'm just going to lay it right in my baking dish, just like that. And let's take the next piece and do the same thing. We're just going to dip it in the water and the egg mixture. Now I won't need to salt this because I did use meat tenderizer, and it has been sitting in the refrigerator with the meat tenderizer, so that does contain salt already, so this won't need any additional salt added to it because that already has salt. Okay, and let me just lay that right in there. It didn't all get coated, so I'm going to pop a little more coating down on that. There we go. Okay, and I have one more piece. And again, what we want to do is have a 4-ounce serving of this, and that's where your 248 calories are. So I'm going to be measuring this out on my diet scale, and I'll show you how much 4 ounces is. And so we're going to put this back in here. Alright, and I'm going to take the last little bit, and I'm just going to kind of put right over top. Just kind of sprinkle this, and you can't see, can you? Let me bring this down so you can see. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle this over and maybe coat some areas that didn't quite get coated like I wanted it to. And I'm also going to be making some roasted Parmesan zucchini with this. It just kind of sets it off. So we're going to have that as well. And I'll get that ready after I have turned this. Okay, so we are going to put this in the oven on 375 degrees for 20 minutes. And then, let me turn this up so I can talk to you. And then at the end of the 20 minutes, we're going to take it out of the oven, we're going to turn it over and let it go 20 more minutes. So this usually takes about 40 minutes to get this done. So I am going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and when we get ready to turn it and I get ready to start the zucchini, I will be back with you. Okay, I'm back, and we have completed cooking our first 20 minutes on this Parmesan crusted chicken. So I'm going to turn you down and show you what we're going to do next. Let me move this over so you can see. It's hard to see from over there, so we'll bring you up just a little bit there. There you go. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take a spatula, and we're going to flip these over just like that. They look really good already, don't they? Okay. Alright, and there they are. Now what we're going to do at this point, we're going to put these back in the oven for another 20 minutes, and I will be back with you in just a moment while I get my Parmesan zucchini ready. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to get this Parmesan roasted zucchini ready. As I said, it goes very well with this recipe. A lot of different recipes that this goes very well with, and it's easy to make. And it's also, again, fits in with most diet programs. Okay, So what I want to do is turn you down so you can see. And I'm using up the zucchini that I got at the farmer's market. I had quite a bit left and I really needed to use it. So this will be good just to snack on later. Plus to have with our dinner. So, okay, so I'm going to start by just sprinkling this with salt. And you want to do this to taste. So there's not really any specific measurement for this. So I'm just going to sprinkle that with a little salt. Okay, and a little pepper. I had to bring out my other pepper shaker here that, because I ran out of my other pepper that I use. It's pretty well had it. I forgot to get some more when we went to the store, so I'll have to do that. Okay. So anyway, we can use this though. Okay, and I'm just going to sprinkle these with some pepper. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I have my pastry brush here, and I have put just a little bit of olive oil in this bowl, and I'm going to brush these with olive oil. And there we go, and we just keep going till we get them all brushed. Try and keep them as separate as I can too. I don't want them too overcrowded in here. Zucchini tends to release a lot of liquid, so they may or may not crispen up, but either way they're good. They're very good. Whoops, very good like this. So we're getting there. Okay, and there's that pan load. Now I'm going to switch off to this pan load. And I'm just going to, like I said, just keep brushing these with a little this is extra virgin olive oil. And then when we get this done, we're going to sprinkle them with a little Parmesan cheese. And the Parmesan cheese can be, just the kind in the bottle. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, or the kind in the jar. That's what I always use, and it works just beautifully with these. All right, and those are all coated. Okay, so now I'm going to take let me shake this up a little bit there. Okay, I'm going to take my grated Parmesan cheese, and I'm just going to start sprinkling these till I get them all coated with a little Parmesan. Okay, and we'll switch off to the other pan. She's getting ready to bark at me. She's trying to tell me that it's getting close to her dinner time and she's ready to eat. So she's going to bark. Hush. 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 She's ready to eat. She's wanting me to get this going. Okay, there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for my chicken to come out of the oven. And when my chicken comes out of the oven, I'm going to turn the heat up to 425 degrees. Maybe I might even turn it as high as 450. We'll see. And this zucchini will stay in there for 15 or 20 minutes, just till it browns really good and gets the Parmesan cheese toast that's on top of it. So I will be back as soon as I'm ready to start that. Okay, I'm back and the chicken has come out of the oven. Let me get a pot holder. Got a couple of pot holders here so I can show you. Okay. And let's see here. That came out really pretty. So actually, okay, and I'm going to turn you down a little bit and now you can really see it. Okay. It came out really nice. I'm going to put it over here on this back burner because that's the one that tends to, the back burner is the one that tends to stay, keep things warm. And I want this to stay warm while I got other things cooking here. So, and I'm going to start my husband some rice in the microwave. And let's go ahead and put our zucchini in the oven. So I'm going to turn you back down for a minute. And here's my zucchini. And my oven has been preheated to 425 degrees. Okay, I'm back. And our chicken is done and the rest of the dinner is done. So let me turn you down here so you can see. Now here's the plate that I have, and I told you that I had measured out 4 ounces on my diet scale. This is a 4-ounce serving. And then I have my zucchini over here, and you can see how nicely that roasted, and the cheese that we put on it toasted really nice. So that's going to be really good. And here's my husband's plate. I made him a little rice and gravy to go with it because he likes to have his starch. So, and I'm not really tempted by rice and gravy. So, okay, so we are going to eat, and I'm going to put the ingredients and the nutrition information on the bottom in the description below to show you if you want to try this, and to show you how much how many calories and that was other things is already in that. So okay, so we're going to eat, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.